Deadpool 2 has finally been released in theaters, crushing opening Friday records set by the first, bringing with it new friends, familiar faces, and all those ball gags you love. Hidden inside the romantic dramedy, there's also a colossus amount of Easter eggs. See what I did there? Let's start with the villain of the film, played by Julian Dennison. He plays Rusty Collins, aka Firefist, a pretty obscure character from the 1986 X Factor. The name and power set may be similar, but the backstory is nothing like his comic book counterpart. His origins are a little closer to a young Apocalypse, another child character with the potential for evil Wade took a liking to. We get a reference to Mr. Sinister with Russell being held at the Essex House for mutant rehabilitation. There's a nod to Alpha Flight with a sign on Dopinder's cab. An ice cream truck called Pryor Streets, a clear nod to Cable's mother Madeline Pryor. And even a reference to comic book Cable when Deadpool points out that Brolin is nearly a foot shorter than he is in comics. Creator Rob Liefeld gets a little nod when Wade says Domino looks like she was created by someone who can't draw feet, while Scotty Young, another Marvel artist, gets a shout out in the form of the credits, having a unique art style. The prison Deadpool gets sent to is called the Icebox, which is a Canadian version of the raft that we see in Civil War. There's a look at Wade's X-Force suit when he's covered in debris in the final battle, and even a Hulk and Wolverine reference when Juggernaut tears him in half. Now, it wouldn't be a comic book movie without a few cameos, and Deadpool has its fair share. Brad Pitt makes a blink-and-you'll-miss-it appearance as the Vanisher when he perishes. X-Men member Angel is referred to as Pigeon Wings by Deadpool on a number of occasions, and the rest of the X-Men even appear, briefly hiding from Wade. Cable mentions his daughter's name is Hope, same as in the comics. As mentioned, the Juggernaut makes a surprise appearance, voiced and mocapped by Ryan Reynolds. Barakapool, made famous from X-Men Origins Wolverine, makes his return to the X-Verse in a post-credits scene showing the Merc with the mouth cleaning up after himself and killing him. We get cameos from Matt Damon and Alan Tudyk as two hillbillies talking about the benefits of baby wipes. We also get the standard Stan Lee cameo as a prisoner in the icebox. And there's even a second Taylor Swift reference when Wade wakes up dressed in a shirt with the singer's Cats, reading Olivia and Meredith, Friends Forever. Now, with Deadpool being a massive fan of breaking the fourth wall, there was bound to be a couple pop culture references, and we got an X-Mansion full of them. Again, X-Men Origins gets a few nods, with Deadpool slicing some bullets in half, just like he did in that film, and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine appearing on a cereal box. Logan is referenced with Deadpool winding up a music box topped with Hugh Jackman being stabbed through the chest, and there's even a Les Miserables reference, with Russell's prison number being the same as Jackman's character from the musical. The opening scene is a clear spoof of James Bond's opening scenes, set to Celine Dion's Ashes. Director David Leitch also gets a mention in the opening as one of the men that killed John Wick's dog, a clear nod to the Baba Yaga. Even Passion of the Christ is mentioned, when Deadpool mentions the success of his first film put him up there with Jesus. Wade travels back in time to kill Ryan Reynolds as the actor excitedly opens his Green Lantern script. DC gets another shot when Deadpool mentions he's been in a fight with a caped badass whose mother is also named Martha. There's a throwback to the first Deadpool when Wade pulls some cocaine and the cure for blindness from under the floor at Blind Al's house, something he told her was in there in the original film. That running Frozen joke we heard so much about was Deadpool constantly referencing the similarities between Do You Want to Build a Snowman and Yently's Papa Can You Hear Me? By far the best moment of the film was a nod to Basic Instinct, when Deadpool mimics the leg swap, only with his tiny regrowing baby legs. Negasonic Teenage Warhead is called 11 at one point, a clear nod to Stranger Things. Deadpool is seen wearing Cerebro, saying it smells like Patrick Stewart. Star Wars gets a mention with Wade saying they were about children becoming their fathers and nailing their sisters, and he's even carried Yoda style by Domino. The Hulk and Black Widow scene from Age of Ultron is mimicked between Deadpool and Juggernaut. And finally, we get a couple Goonies references, with Cable being referred to as One-Eyed Willie and Wade wearing the same shirt Chunk did. So there it is, all Deadpool 2 Easter eggs. I'm sure there's a bunch I missed, so be sure to let me know in the comments. As always, like and subscribe, and until next time, even if life tears you apart, you can always regrow your legs. Bye!